Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to demonstrate on how to apply the stiffness modifiers for concrete sections. But before that, I want to explain on how these modifiers are applied. Now suppose you have this concrete section, and then this section has a property called the gross section property, and then the stiffness modifier is multiplied to this gross section property. For example, along the major axis you have the secant moment of area Ix, you have the secant moment of area about the minor axis Iy, and you also have a torsional constant J, and these stiffness modifiers are multiplied to these Ix, Iy, and J to get the effective section property. Now for the section area AC, the stiffness modifier is not applied. It remains the same because basically concrete is a compression member, so it's not affected by the section cracking, unlike with the section property, which is the J and Ix and the Iy. Now for example, if your Ix is 200 and your Iy is 100 and J is 30, and say for example your modifier for beams is 0.35 and for columns 0.70. So if the section is used as a beam, then modify 0.35 to all these Ix and Iyj to get the effective Ix, Iy, and J. But if it is a column, a different multiplier to get another value. Now let's go back to the model. Currently there is no modifier, and I will run the analysis, and if I check the X displacement, it shows that it is 8 mm. Now I will change the section property, click the add button, and then concrete properties. If I change the stiffness modifier for beams to 0.35 and columns to 0.70, and then OK, and then run the analysis, the displacement along the x-axis is now 14. It increased from 8 to 14 because the Ix and Ij of this column has been reduced. Now another thing you should notice is that if I change the stiffness of the sections, you cannot see the changes in these properties Ix, Iy, and J, because this is the section gross property. The reason for that is this section can be used as a column and as a beam, so you cannot see the changes in these values because FrameCE will internally detect if it's a column or if it's a beam and then apply the correction factor. Okay, so I hope you learned something from this video, and if you have more questions, please don't hesitate to contact me.